What men really think about women, emotionally, sexually, and spiritually. Introduction, beyond the surface of desire. When we talk about what men think about women, most people imagine only the surface, the physical attraction, the compliments, the gestures. But beneath that, in the silent spaces of a man's mind and heart, lie deeper emotions, unspoken needs, sacred admiration, and even fears. This essay is not about cliches or fantasies. It's about what men truly feel and think about women emotionally, sexually, and spiritually. It's about what draws men to women, what keeps them faithful, why they sometimes walk away, and what kind of woman leaves an everlasting imprint on a man's soul. 1. Emotionally, what men crave but rarely say. Contrary to the popular belief that men are emotionally detached, the truth is far more complex. Most men are emotionally intense but taught to suppress it. Society has conditioned them to be tough, to man up, and not show vulnerability. Yet deep inside, they crave emotional connection just as deeply if not more than women do. Men long for emotional safety. The modern man wants a woman who provides emotional shelter, a space where he doesn't have to wear his mask. He wants to be seen not as a provider or protector alone but as a person with dreams, fears, and wounds. When a woman listens without judgment, supports without demanding, and encourages without controlling, he feels safe. That safety becomes his addiction. He wants to be respected, not just loved. For a man, love without respect feels hollow. While women often desire to be cherished and protected, men deeply yearn to be admired and respected. A man feels closest to a woman when she believes in his dreams even when the world doubts him. He wants her to recognize his efforts, his intentions, and his heart even when he falls short. Men fear emotional rejection more than anything. Most men won't say it, but they fear emotional rejection more than failure in any area of life. If a woman criticizes him constantly, compares him with others, or withdraws affection during conflict, it can devastate him. Many men quietly walk away not because they stopped loving, but because they stopped feeling emotionally accepted. 2. Sexually, the soul beneath the skin. The sexual dimension of a man's thoughts about women is real and powerful, but it's not always shallow or lustful as many portray it. Healthy male sexuality is not just about physical release, it's about intimacy, trust, and emotional freedom. Men seek more than just physical beauty. Yes, men are visual creatures. They're drawn to physical beauty. But physical attraction is the doorway, not the destination. A man may notice a woman's body, but what keeps him thinking about her at night is her attitude, her energy, her presence, her confidence, her self-love, the way she carries herself. These are magnetic. Sexual connection is a language for men. For many men, sex is not just an act, it's a language. Through it, they express love, relief, validation, and even vulnerability. A man feels accepted when his woman desires him back. When there's physical intimacy mixed with emotional bonding, he feels alive, powerful, and deeply connected. He needs to feel desired too. Men also want to feel desired. In a long-term relationship, when a woman still touches him with intention, flirts with him, or surprises him with affection, it makes him feel young, confident, and deeply bonded. Lack of sexual appreciation is one of the silent killers in many relationships. 3. Spiritually, the unspoken soul bond. What's often forgotten in discussions about male-female dynamics is the spiritual dimension. Whether or not he identifies as religious, a man's soul responds deeply to a woman's energy. Her grace, her faith, her peace, these things touch his spirit in ways even he may not fully understand. A woman's energy can heal or harm. Women have a unique power. The energy they carry can either nourish or destroy a man's spirit. A bitter, negative, constantly complaining woman drains a man's soul. But a woman who walks in gratitude, speaks with kindness, and lives with depth, she becomes unforgettable. Her presence lingers, even in her absence. Men respect women who walk with purpose. A spiritually grounded woman, who knows her worth and lives with a purpose, commands respect without demanding it. She doesn't chase, she attracts. She doesn't beg, she inspires. Such women are rare and deeply admired. Men often say they want peace, and that peace often comes wrapped in the soul of a spiritually awakened woman. For what kind of women do men truly admire? Not every woman captures a man's heart, even if she is beautiful. So what kind of women do men really fall for deeply, intensely, and permanently? Women who are confident, but kind. Confidence is attractive but kindness is unforgettable. Men are drawn to women who know their value but still treat others with respect. Confidence without arrogance, strength without aggression, and kindness without weakness, that's the golden formula. Women who inspire growth. Men love women who challenge them in the best ways. She pushes him to be better, not by nagging, but by example. She lives with ambition, dreams big, and inspires him to rise not for her, but for himself. These women become the most significant chapters in a man's life. Women who stay mysterious and feminine. Mystery doesn't mean secrecy, it means she doesn't reveal everything all at once. She has depth, layers, and elegance. Feminine women, who embrace their softness without apology, awaken something primal in a man. She becomes his muse, his peace, his spark. 5. Why do men leave? The silent exit. It's one of the most heartbreaking realities, men walking away from women who love them deeply. Why does it happen? When they feel unseen or unheard. If a man continuously feels misunderstood, unappreciated, or emotionally attacked, he begins to detach. Silence replaces conversations. Distance replaces intimacy. One day, he walks out not because of someone else, but because of what he felt missing inside the relationship. When the relationship feels controlling. Men are freedom-driven creatures. If a woman becomes possessive, controlling, or overly critical, the man will start feeling like he's losing his identity. No matter how much he loves her, he'll seek emotional oxygen elsewhere. When their emotional needs are ignored. Women often assume men don't have emotional needs. But when those needs like respect, appreciation, and affection are consistently unmet, he stops fighting for the connection. Not every man cheats or argues, some just walk away in silence. 6. When do men stay faithful? Faithfulness is not just a moral decision, it's an emotional commitment. So when do men stay truly loyal? When they're respected and understood. Men stay faithful when their emotional needs are honored. Respect, understanding, and trust are stronger anchors than beauty or sex. If a man feels seen, supported, and free, he has no reason to look elsewhere. When there's real emotional intimacy. True loyalty grows where emotional intimacy thrives. If a man can cry, laugh, fail, and dream with his woman and not feel judged, he stays. That bond becomes sacred. When he sees her as irreplaceable. If a woman offers not just beauty, but depth, peace, support, mystery, and purpose, she becomes irreplaceable. Men stay loyal not out of fear of loss, but from the joy of presence. When she becomes his peace, he won't risk losing her. Conclusion: the heart of a man is not hollow. Men are not emotionless. They are not lust-driven robots. They are not afraid of commitment, but they do fear emotional death inside a relationship. They want to be seen, loved, desired, and respected. They think about women deeply, far beyond the physical. Emotionally, men seek safety. Sexually, they seek intimacy. Spiritually, they seek energy and alignment. The kind of woman who stays in a man's heart forever is not always the prettiest, richest, or most popular. She is the one who touches his soul, respects his journey, inspires his greatness, and loves him without trying to change him. So, if you're a woman reading this, know your power. And if you're a man, start speaking your truth, not just your silence. Closing message for you. Dear viewers, the mystery of relationships isn't in games or appearances. It's in truth, depth, connection, and mutual growth. Men and women are not enemies, they are mirrors, revealing the beauty and brokenness within each other. Let's build connections that heal, not hurt. Let's understand, not assume. And above all, let's love, not just want. Some secrets to understanding and attracting beautiful women. 1. Women crave emotional safety, not just physical strength. Every woman, regardless of how she looks or what background she comes from, has one core emotional need: to feel safe. This does not only mean safety from danger, it means emotional stability. A woman feels drawn to a man who can hold his ground, who doesn't overreact, who doesn't crumble in chaos. A man who is calm when she is emotional. A man who doesn't judge her feelings, but doesn't lose himself in them either. Men often think they must fight, win, or prove themselves with words. But for women, emotional presence is more powerful than 1,000 speeches. 2. Women are attracted to purpose-driven men. One of the deepest psychological truths is this: women fall in love with men who are in love with their purpose. A man with no direction is like a boat without a sail. He drifts. He waits for approval. He follows the crowd. But a man on a mission? He commands energy. He walks with vision. Even if he's not rich or famous, he radiates a magnetic strength. When a man has a goal that fuels him, whether it's building a career, creating art, or becoming a better human, women notice. They may not say it, but they feel it. Because purpose equals power. 3. Women respect emotional intelligence over ego. The old idea that real men don't cry or never show feelings is outdated. But that doesn't mean men must become overly emotional or lose control. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand your own emotions. Respond instead of react. Stay calm under pressure. See through another person's feelings without being controlled by them. Women admire a man who can feel without falling apart, and listen without judging. They are drawn to men who are not led by ego, but who know themselves deeply. 4. Women love men who see them as people, not projects. Many men make the mistake of trying to fix women. They offer solutions when she only wants to be understood. Or they try to change her when what she needs is space to express. The truth is, a woman is not a puzzle to solve. She is a person with a full world inside her: emotions, doubts, dreams, fears, and love. A man becomes deeply attractive when he listens, not with the goal to reply, but with the desire to connect. Women fall for men who are present, who pay attention, who look in their eyes and say, "I see you. I hear you. And I'm not trying to fix you, I'm just here with you." 5. Women dislike emotional insecurity and weakness in disguise. Here's a psychological truth. A woman can feel when a man is insecure but trying to hide it. He becomes defensive. He gets jealous. He needs validation constantly. He tries too hard to impress. This energy may attract attention for a moment, but it creates emotional exhaustion over time. What women truly want is a man who owns his space, not because he's perfect, but because he accepts himself. 6. Women are drawn to calm power, not loud control. The world teaches men that being loud, aggressive, or overly dominant makes them alpha. But true psychological strength comes from calm power. A calm man who speaks softly but firmly, who doesn't chase attention, who moves with confidence without boasting, this man creates emotional gravity. He pulls people in without needing to push. Women feel emotionally safe around him, but also intrigued. They sense that he has depth, direction, and discipline. 7. Women can read energy better than you think. Never forget this. A woman often understands your emotional state faster than you do. She senses when your confidence is real and when it's just a mask. She feels when you are pretending to be strong and when you're actually at peace inside. You cannot fake your way into a woman's heart. But you can grow into the man she truly respects. 8. Women want a man who leads himself first. Psychologically, Women want a man who can lead not just her, but himself. That doesn't mean controlling her. It means making decisions with clarity. Staying true to your path. Having principle. 8. Women want a man who leads himself first. Psychologically, women want a man who can lead not just her, but himself. That doesn't mean controlling her. It means making decisions with clarity. Staying true to your path. Having principles and boundaries. Leading your life with direction and values. A man who leads himself is not afraid of being alone, because he knows he has something bigger inside. This is the man women want to walk beside, not because they need to, but because they choose to. 9. Women notice details that reveal your inner world. You might think women only care about your face, car, or income. But real women, those worth your time, are looking for signals. How you treat waiters and strangers. How you speak when you're angry. What you do when you lose. How you react when she's emotional. These small moments tell her who you really are, far more than the big things you try to impress her with. 10. Women want a man who doesn't lose himself in love. This is one of the most misunderstood areas. Many men think being romantic means giving up everything, abandoning themselves for the woman they love. But when a man loses his identity for a woman, she begins to lose attraction. Why? Because women want to feel chosen, not needed. They want a man who has his own path and invites her into it, not one who clings to her like a lifeline. When you remain grounded in your own life, passions, and principles, she respects you. And from respect, attraction grows.